On its crackdown against narcotics, the Narcotics Control Bureau busted another Pak Indian LSD drug cartel run from the national capital. The NCB seized 13,863 LSD blots, at least 13,863 LSD blots, and arrested 3 people. The agency busted this cartel as part of an ongoing investigation into a different cartel that was busted about 2 months ago, sometime in April 2023. Remember, viewers, on the 6th of June, the agency had arrested 6 people and seized around 15,000 LSD blots. The agency reveals that the drug cartel called Zambada is run from Delhi and is named after the fugitive Mexican drug runner who has a bounty of more than $1.5 million on his head, and he's still not been caught. Now let's tell you a little more about this seizure. The seizure is 13,863 lysergic acid diethylamide blots, or LSD blots. The cartel Zambada, named after a Mexican drug runner, the nexus rated 5-star by traffickers and consumers. Trafficking method is using the Darknet and also encrypted social media platforms. Payment is via cryptocurrency and of course couriers and India Post being used for delivery. But you see how they've been masked, these blots. Transaction mode, usage of virtual identities and cryptocurrency. The motive is easy money and of course virtual life and fame. The accused, educated youth, tech-savvy professionals, comprised educated men between 21 to 25 years old. The accused were inspired by web series and OTT platforms. The crackdown raids were conducted across India. 22 have been arrested till date. Now let's tell you the modus operandi of how this drug cartel runs. Contact through social media sites, delivery mode primarily couriers on fake addresses and mobile numbers. Payments were received and made only through cryptocurrencies and the conversion thereof. No verbal communication were made amongst the vendors or vendors and buyers. So this is the details. Joining us now is Singh, Deputy Director General of the Narcotics Control Bureau. Ganeshwarji, namaste and Jai Hind. Thank you very much for speaking with us. My first question to you, Ganeshwarji, we have spoken when we connected last. You had another bust. So tell us a little more about this drug bust.
Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, he has a vision of drug-free India. And it is his vision that not a single youth should be involved in drugs. Recently we had North Region conference under chairmanship of Honorable HM. He also stressed upon busting the networks, the cartels who are operating in India and are, working against our youth and society. So we have been working. We identified 3 major cartels on Darknet, the largest one, and we were after them. We started in April, and last time when I spoke to you, we caught one cartel, popularly known as F1 and F420, and we recovered around 15,000 blots.
Right.
That was a record in itself. And now this is the most well-known, highest rated, with largest volume Zambada cartel. So this Zambada cartel has been busted by Delhi Zolan unit, and we have successfully busted 2 networks out of the 3 which we had identified.
Take us through the process. How did you do it? These people using a lot of technology and also very active on the Darknet.
We have been noticing the use of technology by these traffickers and drug smugglers. They are targeting professionals. Even the demand is on rise for the drugs through internet, surface net and dark web.
Right.
So we have been honing our skills and we have been assisting our sister concerns to upgrade their skills as far as technology goes. We conducted Darkathon and such activities, sensitized other agencies. So we have been working on Darknet and other technologies. We are working with intermediaries. So while trolling this Darknet, we came across these networks which were under our scanner. And it was very difficult since they are using all fake documents for phone, for courier parcels, and Darknet is really difficult to crack. But we worked relentlessly for almost 4 months to break this Zambada network, which is the highest rated, I would say again. On the Darknet, rating is done from 1 to 5.
Yes.
This was the 5-star, rather sole 5-star network in India which was operating, and it has been busted.
But so clearly this is a big crackdown because these were very hugely popular or preferred, Gyaneshwarji. But what's the value of what you have cracked down upon? Can you give us an estimate? And also what will be the impact into the market, consumers, cartel, etc.?
Value, we refrain from saying officially, but street value per blot as per Google you can find out is 3,000 to 5,000, 7,000 per blot. So we have seized about 29,000 blots. So you can mark up the value. But in terms of danger and impact, since this is more popular in youth, in students, professionals, IT professionals, and the target areas have been Hyderabad, Bengaluru, NCR, those markets and places where professionals are working. So this is a hallucinogen which actually alters your mind.
Yes.
And it has serious health impact. And generally, it has a deteriorating effect on your health. So we were able to save thousands of young professionals and youth from this LSD.
But have you chopped the head of the Hydra or just two of its important tentacles? What's the guarantee that these people will not surface back again, this cartel will not be alive again in the coming few months?
It's hide-and-seek game, unfortunately, but we have affected 22 arrests from these two cartels, and we are after the third cartel, which is probably lower in the priority, but still active, and we are chasing them, and hopefully we'll bust that as well. I can't guarantee you that tomorrow new channel or new supplier will not come, but we are on tenterhooks. And we are keeping our radars on. We will act as and when we get the information.
True, but they are using encrypted platforms. On the one hand, the argument of right to privacy. On the other hand, this brazen misuse to once again corrupt society and also impact negatively our society. Where do you stand?
Yeah, in fact, this issue has been raised, and there has to be a perfect balance between right to privacy and the damage one can cause to the society. In this case, under the garb of anonymity, and on the pretext of privacy, this business is flourishing. So be it Darknet or social media platforms, all this is being used and misused by these cartels. And so much so that they were overconfident that they will never be caught. They named this Zambada. Name comes from Ismail Marlo Zambada Garcia of Mexican drug cartel, who is the lone person who has not been caught so far. And 1.5 crore USD dollar is the prize money for him. So they also thought that they'll never be caught. And probably they visited certain sites and learned from various Netflix series, etc., etc. So this had a lot of impact on these young professionals who studied the loopholes of the system, be it courier system, postal system, communication system, and actually made their way ahead. But certainly any criminal leaves some evidence behind, and we were determined to catch them, and after 4 months of extraordinary effort by Delhi Zonal Unit, we were successful in catching them.
इतना तेज दिमाग है सर, तो देश के अच्छे के लिए कुछ अच्छा करने के लिए यूज कर लेते. Why do something which is going to hurt society and hurt the country?
ये आपकी बात बिल्कुल ठीक है. I certainly say, I believe so, that we have this demographic dividend which we should not waste. India is a country of youth.
Right.
They are our assets, and they should use their energy in a constructive manner for national building.
True.
And we at NCB are acting very responsibly towards that.
Well, good luck to you and your team, and congratulations. May there be many more crackdowns, and may this entire menace of drugs be eradicated from our country for good. You have to work towards uprooting it. Gyaneshwarji, always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much. We're going to take a very, very short break on that note, ladies and gentlemen.